Hey, Sooner football fans. This is your Sooner football fans podcast. You got Terry, Rob, and Caleb here. Horns down, Rob.
Horns down, Terry.
Horns down, Caleb.
Horns down.
Coming to you from the podcast palace in the beautiful Norman, Oklahoma. Remember to hit your like, subscribe, whatever you're listening to.
Follow us.
Follow us. Stalk us. Stalk Caleb. Stalk Rob. I'm married. And always remember that Sooner football fans is not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma.
But we do have eligibility left.
That is right. And it's going to be hard for us to make the team now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're going to let us suit out or anything.
Really. But this is Big 12 championship recap of the Texas Longhorns butt kicking, where our Sooners go down to Arlington and thump on the Texas Shorthorns and win 39-27 to get their fourth straight Big 12 championship.
Pretty nice feeling to be a Sooner right now.
Yes, it is. Oh, and can we say this? Texas Longhorns, you suck. Sam Eleanor, Caleb.
I hate that guy. His face on Jumbotron just ticks me off the whole game.
You suck. Brecken.
He definitely sucks. One tackle.
You suck.
Tackle.
Tom Herman, you suck. Just, I'm glad I'm not a Texas Longhorn. Everything about them sucks.
Austin's kind of cool. That's it. Austin's cool, so that's pretty much it.
You know what, though, Terry? I still don't feel like we played a good game.
No,
I don't either.
I think
don't
we just
either.
played an average game and
Yeah.
still beat them.
I don't know.
Handily.
Yeah.
Well, defense played great.
Yeah, defense played. Yeah. Well, that may be the greatest game of defense played all year.
Oh, I agree. They had. Let's pat ourselves on the back because somebody pointed it out on Twitter the other day after the game, or yesterday after the game. If I remember right, you guys said if we hold anybody to 27 points, we would win. Mm-hmm. Da-da.
And we did.
Yes. What have we said since the defense has been maligned? We get 5 stops, score and hold them under 28 points.
Yep. Thanks
We win
for
the game.
reminding us that we're geniuses.
Yeah.
Forced turnovers.
And
blocking extra point we blocked.
Yeah, extra point. We had on Texas's second drive, they punted, stop 1. Fourth drive, they punted, stop 2. Third drive, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth drive, they punted, that stopped 3. Then it was into the half. They got a touchdown, and then in the fourth quarter, we got a stop. They punted, stop 4. The next drive, we got a safety, stop 5.
Greatest play all day, I think.
I'd say too.
Their last drive,
5 years. I think
we got
you
an
said.
interception.
Nice.
Stop 6. We got 6 defensive stops.
I promise you, we weren't thinking that after that first drive, though.
No.
We're like,
First
oh,
drive,
boy.
we had them on the heels twice, and then they got third down conversions.
I know.
Me?
Story
It's
of
all
the
over
season,
again.
though, right?
Yeah.
We get always third and long. So now this is the worst team in third and long. It's crazy.
But the last two games of the season, Oklahoma defense has scored 16 points.
Yeah.
Now, 5 weeks ago, if you'd asked me that was going to happen, I'd have told you were out of your mind, wouldn't you, Rob?
We haven't forced turnovers all year.
Well, I mean, yes, they've been bad all year, but you know what? We've been saying there are flashes of goodness,
Right.
And we had more flashes of goodness in this game than we have all the rest of them.
Right.
Now there were also some flashes of not so good.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That first drive is
First
you know
drive.
pretty much what I'm talking about. But
Ellinger missed a wide open guy too to score earlier.
They missed 2 wide open guys.
so they helped us out just a little bit.
But even on, and we'll get into this more later on since we're in the playoffs. One of the things that one of the guys, I can't remember which one, said on ESPN today was Oklahoma defense, rightfully so, has been much maligned. He goes, but when they've had to,
They made stops.
they made plays, is what he said. He goes, you know, and he brought up the safety, the interception at the end of the game. They scored 14 points against West Virginia. The Oklahoma State game, the Army game. And
Well, Bookie didn't step on the field.
I know.
I can tell.
So-
it's
He
like-
played on the kicks, special teams.
Yeah.
So
He still posts stuff. So that's good. At least he's not taking it too bad. At least.
Well, I mean, he knows.
yeah,
He knows.
I mean, I'm sure they pulled him
he's-
aside and said, "Hey, man, we got to make some
We
changes."
still got big plans for you. Like you're still a talented player. It's just.
Well,
it might be
he
mental
just-
right now.
Yeah,
so,
he just needs to figure it out.
Yeah,
And he will.
yeah.
And when he does, he'll come in and he'll be, he'll play.
Well, one of the things that we did, and we'll talk about how we watched the game, Rob. You and I watched the game on Saturday because I thought it was a cool way to watch it, and we'll share that. But Caleb made the jaunt down there for the weekend.
I was down there.
Give us your take on the game, the pomp and circumstance. How was it?
I mean, it felt a lot like OU Texas, which I was kind of nervous to win it. But once you got there, like it was you just had that feel to it. You on Boomer Sooner, and then you on their stupid Texas fight. So I mean, it was fun. Jerry's World, like we were up top, and there's still good seats because that screen's so big, and like you see everything from up there. So, but I think I would say we outnumbered 80-20 ratio.
80-20.
I mean, it was a lot of Texas fans.
Yeah,
there.
you could tell by watching that on
And
TV.
It was loud when that first drive when they scored. Like we're up top, we heard the roar coming. We got closer, and then we scored. Like it was hurt. My ears were ringing because of how loud it was.
Wow.
The place closed. So I mean, it was real fun though. Like I had no backspin Texas fans at all. They were just. I mean, most of them thought they were going to lose. I think so. I mean, it was just a nice little fun game to watch. It's like I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I'll go back to Jerry's World again if I could. So I mean,
I wouldn't set up that high.
yeah, it was. It's not that bad. That place.
Caleb wants to go back so he can watch the Cowboys.
I had to cheer from this week because Eli he wanted to go. So I was like, all right, if we go this thing, I'll cheer for the Cowboys the rest of this game.
All right.
So I did.
You realize what we got to do the 29th, right?
Oh, we got to paint the faces, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Is
How
that
could he forget? He's
Yeah, I
the one
know.
that raised the stink about it.
I mean, last time we did, we won national championship. So.
Yeah, well, we got to do it because Rob.
Yeah.
The last time
Last
Rob
time we
did
did,
it,
last time
so
he's done
we're
it
gonna-
since. So I think I don't think it's a coincidence right there.
And I
Hey,
say-
if OU beats Bama, Rob, will you be convinced then?
I'll be convinced.
Well, see, what's funny is that Rob, while we were watching the game, he kind of jumped in on some of our superstitions.
Or,
When,
well, I was
Oklahoma,
watching.
when Oklahoma was playing good, Rob was eating a couple of cookies.
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
But no, you got it again in the second. Towards it was in the fourth quarter that you said that I got to get some more cookies because I guess I'll buy into it. We were doing good, and you went and got more cookies.
Yeah, but we went 3 and out though.
Oh my gosh, Rob!
We did.
We won the game though.
Oh, okay, all right.
I would say the first 2 drives, we got 2 field goals. That was frustrating.
You know, I said that just so I could get some more cookies, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
So you're making good reason to eat cookies, I guess.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, what was it? Was it us shooting ourselves in the foot, or was Texas
We
doing
couldn't run the
something?
ball.
Was Texas doing something to We go down. We kick 2 field goals back to back, and I'm like, man,
Goal
we're like,
line.
ooh.
I didn't feel
So-
good about it.
I think Kyler was nervous because a lot of his passes were late. They were behind. And so a couple of those are touchdowns if he throws them out where they're supposed to be. Just like we've seen that one with CD.
Yeah.
Led him perfectly.
Yeah,
He was covered up.
yeah,
Wait, yeah, I mean, he misses. Wait, he almost like 6 incompletions or something like that. Crazy.
yeah.
Must have all been early though.
Yeah, he was like, it was something like he was like 2 for 10 to start the game, and then
No, it wasn't that bad. It was like 4 for 7 or
yeah, and then he
9.
just went
11 for 11 straight.
Yeah, straight.
Like I said, though, too, like we couldn't run the ball all game. That was very frustrating. Like I'm not used to that because we're the best O-line in the country. I mean, they're going to any pressure on us, but us not running the ball was I'm not used to seeing that. The parents made us beat them through the air.
Well,
I
and that's
guess.
what that I guess maybe that's it.
That was the
Texas
game
lined
plan.
up. Hey, we're gonna stop the run.
They brought a lot of
Which is
blitzes.
bold
Yeah.
strategy, but we got to make the Heisman winner beat you with his
Yeah,
arm.
and he did.
Right.
So take
And his
that.
feet, too. How many yards did he wind up with?
Who?
I think
Kyler.
300.
I
Something
mean,
like that, right?
it was he didn't run for just a bunch, but it was enough that they had to come up and
But he's always just a threat. Like just
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
He had 45 yards rushing.
That's it.
Sermon had 71.
they have a 100-yard rusher. I don't know if that's happened all year
Brooks
long.
had 28. Brooks had 28.
Yeah, they did a good job holding our running game down.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think like I said, that might be the first time all year that we had a 100-yard rusher.
We had 129 yards rushing,
Held
and 379 yards passing.
Held them to 86 yards rushing, which is huge improvement from the last game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Last game, we
absolutely.
had 300 yards almost on us, or
yeah, it was
crazy amount. On us
We
last
made
game.
their offense look like a juggernaut in the last game. Kyler was 25 of 34. So
So I guess like 4 weeks ago, when I think Kyler's better, I should win the Heisman over Tua. I think my point got proven yesterday. If Tua gets hurt, they still win the game. If Kyler gets hurt, we're done. So I mean,
Well, a lot of people are saying there's things that are going to keep Kyler from winning the Heisman. Number one of them is he's already signed a pro contract and he's got
people
$5 million
are-
in his
well,
pocket.
plus people already voted before this weekend because the Heisman thing's kind of a joke. Like people vote how many votes they have, and like people already voted before this weekend. It's really dumb because Tua played terrible and Kyler had one of the best games of the year. So I mean,
And the second thing against him is they're not going to want to give it to the same team back-to-back years.
plus Bama's never had a quarterback win Heisman either, so that's something going for them too.
yeah, but see, a lot of people I heard just the opposite. I mean, last night they were saying
A lot of people changed their mind like yesterday. A lot of people did.
that Tua still got 2 years to
2
win
years live, yeah. So he doesn't win because
so he can still win it.
Kyler's. But the award is best player in college football. It's Kyler. Like
Right.
Tua's great.
Yeah,
Kyler's
regardless
best player.
of all that stuff we just talked about, Kyler
is
better.
it. And I think there's not any. I mean, watching today, watching last night, there's no doubt. Everybody is saying that Kyler
He's the best
Murray
player.
is the best player.
Best
It's
player in the
proven.
nation.
It was proven last night. I mean, Tua had a terrible game even when he was in there.
Right.
I mean,
It
he was not playing well.
I think he had 2 interceptions. Like he had like 10 completions. Like he had 100 yards passing. Like it was.
Which is kind of what we've been saying. A lot of other people have been saying is, he hasn't really played anybody. When everybody's like, "Well, Oklahoma hasn't either." Well, yeah, they have. They played just as good with teams as everybody. You've
We
been
have better schedule against them.
Yeah.
than they do.
but he plays against a staunch defense.
Whatever.
Against Georgia, and they beat him up. I mean,
I
Plus-
got to be honest with you. Georgia really impressed me.
me too.
Georgia's really good. Plus another thing too with him, he's not used to being down. So like that's one thing about our defense too. Like our offense, because the defense puts so much pressure on the other team's offenses to score. That they have to force stuff. That's why. But all year long we have been making plays. But recently though, the defense making plays. Just make a couple plays. Our offense is so good that it pretty much ends the game almost.
Right, and that again, that was one of the things. Well, I'll wait to talk about that. But they brought up on the bowl preview today was Oklahoma's offense is expects to go out and score every time. Every time they touch the ball, and they do that. Nobody else offense in the country does that. And now, for instance, facing Bama has never, that's not their forte. They're a great offense.
Georgia was the first team to play like that, and Georgia did what they wanted on them.
Now they're going to have to come out and go, okay, guys, we have to score every time we touch the ball because they are.
Yeah. So hopefully that does put some pressure on
them.
Absolutely.
Put them in stuff because we're used to shootouts. We're used to them. So I think that's the one advantage we have going in this game is that we're used to shootouts. Bama's not used to that. They're not used to team actually keeping up with them or even making them score more. Like
and Kirk Herbstreit said it today. Even though last night I was mad at him, but I'll give some props to some of the stuff he said. But he said this is going to be a 12. This is going to be a Big 12, like a Big 12 shootout. Okay, what he just said there tells you Oklahoma's going to make Alabama play their game, and there ain't nobody better at Oklahoma's game than Oklahoma.
Like I said, I think this is the best offense ever. I mean, it's crazy to say, but I mean, this offense is crazy good. Best offensive line in the country, best player in the country. I would say probably the best receiving core in the country. Maybe the best tight end in the country now. After that one-handed catch he had, Calcaterra had to win the game, which was amazing. That was awesome.
Well, but here's how we watched the game yesterday, Caleb. It was pretty cool. And everybody should try this, at the bowl game, or next year, because I think we're going to do it from now on. Is that you have to on the app that the game is played on. You have to sync it up with the TV. So it's about what, Rob? About a minute and a half behind? Minute behind?
At least.
Yeah, somewhere in there. So you pause it and you sync it up, and we had it synced up pretty good, to where the referees were almost talking. But we listened to T-Row and Teddy Lehman, Gabe
It was much
Eichert.
better than having to listen to
Oh
those
my
national
God,
guys.
it was so much better. And the best part about it was while the TV is still on commercials for 2 commercials, you've got Toby Rowland, Teddy Lehman, Gabe Eichert, Chris Plank back on talking about what's going on in the last series, the last plays. And it took a minute to get used to, but pretty soon you weren't paying attention to the commercials on TV. You were listening, and we were laughing at,
Well, and we didn't have to endure any, Alabama's the greatest program and blah 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 talk.
Yeah.
Also, I do enjoy though Kirk and Fowler though when they're on there though, but that sounds pretty good though. Do it that way too.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, old Mama's did y'all get yesterday?
Not a whole lot. He's kind of fallen off.
I think he does just like on really really big plays now.
Well, I mean, he's even said he hasn't realized. I was listening to him a couple of weeks ago. He said, "I don't realize when I'm not saying it, and people are telling him, or actually people I think have thanked him for not saying the old mamas."
I love Toby, but that old Mama thing I always thought was weird. But everyone has a catchphrase, so it's nothing wrong.
Well,
so it's just so nothing against him. I love Toby. Toby's great. So
yeah,
he's probably the best at his job. So
it's
just funny to me.
His best catch line.
Unhitch
Unhitch the wagon, put the ponies in the ponies in the barn.
Really good.
Because when we intercepted that pass, interception, unhitch the wagon, put the ponies in the barn.
You can tell Toby loves OU this way. How passionate he is with his stuff. So I mean,
yeah, and everybody. I like how he. I'm not a big fan of the old mama, but when he says touchdown Sooners, how he touchdown Sooners, that's good enough. I mean, everybody does have a catchphrase, but nobody in Oklahoma football announcing is ever going to beat Brooksy.
Oh, you think?
Jiminy Christmas, come on.
Well, that's a good one.
That was
Caleb probably doesn't even remember it.
he didn't know what we're talking about.
Unhitch the wagons is pretty good.
Yeah. But
good.
There was nothing better than, somebody breaking a long touchdown run and getting that 10-second long Jiminy Christmas. I mean, that was but no, you're right though, Caleb. Toby and Teddy is great on it too. Teddy breaks down every play really quickly right after it happens.
Safe to say I really like Teddy's
It's pretty honest too.
Yeah. And you got to love Gabe Eichert because when old boy Goldilocks Hager
Brooklyn.
Yeah, when he got everybody thought he was going to get kicked out. Thought he threw a punch. And what was it? Eichert said was get that freak off the field out of the game.
I didn't even see that. I said, was up because I don't know. I was paying attention to a lot of stuff, so I didn't see a lot of those things like that. I didn't see any celebrations at all, but I know I heard there was no horns down during the game. It's all after the game.
Yeah.
We got penalty for spiking the ball, though. I saw that.
Yeah, Calcaterra.
Well, you know what?
Kidding me?
He deserved to get spiked right there.
Yeah, the referee should have been high-fived him for spiking it because
that was one awesome catch.
That was an amazing catch. I mean, it's a Gronk spike. He's a tight end.
And guys, I mean, I know everybody saw it. It was a reach out and grab it with one hand.
I would say that was play the game over the safety because that catch that sealed it, and that catch was just amazing.
That was next level right there.
But here, Trey Brown gets the huge safety. Okay, but
he played good that game too.
Here's the thing that got me was they asked Eleanor after the game, okay, was he expecting it? And he said no, and he never saw it. You
see it.
Not until it was too late.
Not until but the thing is, when he explained it was, they've lined up in it and threatened in it, but they just never have really came with it. Okay, that just tells you right there. We never blitz, so they're not expecting a blitz.
No corner blitzes anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Not a corner blitz. He came from 80 yards out.
I know. It was sweet.
And
I saw it because we're up top. We saw it happening. Like, he's blitzing. We can run in. It's like, oh, that's safety right there. And he just popped him. I was like, I loved it.
It was like honey on top of the Dessert.
Like I said, he hit him clean too. He didn't lower his head. He just pushed him down pretty much.
Yeah.
And then
He
Ellinger,
could have lowered the boom on him.
Oh yeah.
Well, he got to be careful now because he could go flag.
Be
And that can
careful.
change whole game.
No, he did the right thing.
Because Ellinger looked up. First thing he did is look at the ref, and then all right, give him the ball, walked away.
I think
promise you, I'd have been head hunting him.
But the defense, again, the last two games, opportunistic.
Mm-hmm. That's all we needed to be.
That I mean that, and the most relieved person in the country was C.D. Lamb.
Yeah.
Because I mean that was a bad fumble. That was and he
was
was
pretty hard from the back.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, not that he was showboating or anything. It was just a bad fumble. You know.
He hit the ball perfectly, right? This looks like he hit the ball.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he just hit him.
It.
He wasn't expecting it. I mean, he got
he
hit
got
hard.
ran down, right?
Right.
So I mean, he's probably got used to getting run down. So
Well, he wasn't. I mean, he was trying to stay behind his blocker, so it wasn't like he had the Jets on.
Right. But I mean, at a time we needed it, we were up by 3. It's turn. Texas is back in it. Rah, rah, rah. And what happens? Boom. Defense scores 2 points.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't think anybody had confidence in the defense still.
No.
I mean, they played a good game, but when that happened, were you like, oh, boy, they're going to march all the way down?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because how far back they were starting from. I was like because we've been I guess, all game long. We've been like even they scored, we had them on 3rd and longs, but they weren't just like going right down the field on us and like dominating that. But game.
I mean that's the point, right? I mean, Caleb, is that's been our defense every we get them in 3rd and long. We had West Virginia in 3rd and 20s and they get 40
Texas,
yards.
How many in Texas too? It's 3rd and 20, got 18 yards.
Yeah. So, and that's been, and when our defense does step up,
I just think
shocking.
I don't know. When I was there, I didn't get the feeling of like our defense. I actually wasn't like scared to death when we were on the field. It just felt a little different that game. I think that's something proof. So I think they know how bad they play against Texas, and like I just didn't feel like as bad. I mean, at least that's how I felt. At least I didn't feel terrible when they were out there.
So, what do y'all think of Herman and Ellen?
Was he humble off the game at all? Ellinger was like
yeah, I mean, he didn't. If we listened to a little bit of, they had a little bit of him on the radio. Rob, Herman was, this is a good team.
Yeah, but why couldn't he say? They asked him if
playoff team.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah.
He went advocate for us for playoff team. Then you got Nick Saban talking about Georgia's a great team. I won't want to play them ever again. Like that team's scary. They're really good.
Like Gary Patterson did with Oklahoma was this year and last year
he
was
kicked up for us hard.
Good luck playing those guys twice. I mean, but
no, girl, is he? I don't think Kyler went up to him after this game and yelled at him like he did to him. So I mean,
no.
Well, I know that all 3 of them deleted their Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
I hate that. I don't do that so much.
That's what I was going to ask is what did y'all think about that? That Hager, Eleanor had already deleted it, but he popped it back up to make that hook 'em.
Okay, cool, hook 'em.
Yeah. And then Tom Herman, they all turned off their Twitter accounts. You big sissies.
Hager especially because he's one
Hager. Yeah,
I actually liked him. Now I don't like him no more. Because I thought he was funny, but now after that, I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
you walk around all weirded out all year long. I don't understand why
he sucks.
Why? And you can respect that. He respects. Hey, he respects
he talks trash.
He respects the
rivalry.
The rivalry. And
Big 12 doesn't.
No, the Big 12 obviously doesn't. But Bosworth did that. Not that he's any Boz.
No.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with what he was doing. But for the love of Pete, step up and when you take your beating when you get beat.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm going to delete my account now because
that's why he's a sissy. If you want to talk trash, that's fine, but at
Encourage
least have
that.
the guts to say, okay, you guys got us, or whatever. Just delete your account.
And Hager, here's the thing: we were Rob and I were watching it with Teresa and our second daughters, I guess, and ladies that were over and her friends. Mm-hmm. And obviously they don't follow Oklahoma football. They love Oklahoma football and watching the games, but they don't know. When they saw Hager and his ponytails coming out of their helmets, did they not all? Everybody sitting there going, "Why does he got ponytails? Pippi Longstocking ponytail." dude, whoever told you that looks cool lied to you, okay?
Yeah.
Austin's weird. It's a weird town. Keep it weird.
And that was the worst look of any football player ever.
He got dominated all game long.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's secure in his manhood or whatever, but it didn't look great in my opinion. But
Yeah, he
But
did.
if you play plays, it looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you get dominated by Cody Ford all game,
Cody Ford whooped that boy's butt
just
all day
pounded
long.
him. He had one tackle the whole game.
offensive line's so good. Like we got four first and second round draft picks in the offensive line.
And how many plays? I should have sat down and counted them, but how many plays did Kyler Murray have?
Yeah, all day.
6, 7, 8 seconds
Oh,
to
yeah.
throw the ball. Didn't step out of the pocket. Didn't move. Just stood there,
And he's
waving his hand
guiding-
back.
Yeah, he's guiding the receivers around.
You're like, and this was against a 4 and 5 man rush. They weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't. Wasn't a 3-man rush back there. They were trying to send people.
Well, it's going to be a little different when they play Alabama. I don't think he's going to have 8 seconds.
Well, I don't know
They've gotta
because
ride the
I mean,
bull back
Georgia
there.
Georgia picked them apart pretty. I mean, only Bama's defense, even Bama fans admit their
You know,
defense is not good this year.
Pollock said it today. He's like, man, the under the radar group on this Oklahoma team is that offensive line. These are some big hosses. They're not afraid to face that Alabama defensive line. It's the best unit in the country. Going up against this Alabama defensive line.
I would say the only thing that does scare me though, if we get to Clemson, their defensive line is no joke. They have legit 4 first-round draft picks on that defensive line, so that'd be a fun matchup to watch. So
Well, there's no
guys-
doubt they're going to blow Notre Dame away.
that game's gonna
Oh
be
my
a joke.
gosh!
Watching our name win this season, let's watch it happen.
Here's the thing. Now we're going to transition. I'm sure we'll go back and talk about
I guess
that.
one more thing about
Okay.
offense and Kyler. I would say I think if Kyler committed to football and was all that, he would. I think he'd be the first quarterback pick in the draft, not the first pick in the draft, if he was committed to football.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see his interview with Tebow?
I didn't see it.
He basically said he said he's not coming back to OU.
Right.
Don't you agree, Rob?
Yep.
He didn't say it.
but he might go play.
He is
Is he
saying we
gonna
got
play
the draft
Pro
coming.
baseball or
I will
pro
say
football?
this. I was thinking about this weekend. Putting Kyle Murray on the Giants with Saquon and Odell Beckham. That's a scary unit right there if that happens.
Wait, you forgot about Sterling.
And Sterling Shepard. I mean, if he goes, if the Giants draft him, that's scary.
He's waiting to see what the NFL draft
I mean,
does.
yeah.
He's going to play if he
Big
can,
Shea came out say he'd be first round for sure. So I mean, I think he's
Well,
the best quarterback for sure
The
too.
question is can an NFL team goes, hey, Kyler, we're gonna pay back that money that the Athletics gave you. You're gonna tear that contract up, or is it a deal where listen, when baseball's over, you're gonna come play football, and when football's over, you're gonna go back to baseball.
I mean, isn't that how
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, and there's been other ones. Hey, he may be. Hey, right? It may be my contract's going to be lower in baseball until football until I prove it.
First pick in draft probably been the Oakland Raiders. Well, they'll be Las Vegas Raiders, but
If he's first round picker, he won't have to do that.
Yeah,
That would be
they'll
tough.
pay it
Half
off.
the year he makes
if that happens, they'll pay it
$4
off.
million a year, and then he goes and plays football and makes another $4 million a year,
Right.
whatever it is.
and Deion, and even Bo, they were so good at it that teams, both baseball and football, worked around him.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
My problem is, I don't know if a quarterback can do that though. That's the thing. I'm not sure if a quarterback can.
Well,
it won't be easy. That's
Didn't
for
Deion
sure.
play in a baseball and football game in the same
Yeah,
day?
he did. Like I think his playoff game, and then he played that night.
Yeah, and he
Football
flew
game.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
and he was an all-star in both of them.
yeah, but
Bo was still better at both. I mean,
Yeah.
at both. He's still better at both.
Yeah, Bo was a freak of nature.
yeah.
He was so freaky that he broke his own hips just by running. It's crazy.
But anyway, let's get into the bowl selection, guys. Honestly, I thought,
They would ask us to be on that committee.
yeah, I thought we should have been.
Well,
I
me
mean,
too.
It felt weird that Joey Galloway is a person that we're
Yeah.
agreeing with the whole time.
fears will. But last night and this morning, I didn't think Oklahoma was going to make it, and not because
Really?
Ohio State was going to jump.
What about Georgia?
I was worried that they were just going to leave Georgia there, right there. They're just going to leave it like it is. Hey, they played head to head, nose to nose. They deserve a second chance.
I couldn't see it. They couldn't leave it. We beat everyone on our schedule.
Yeah,
I mean,
even Herbie said it last night. Now today on the show, props to Herb Street. He goes, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't agree with it. And he goes, and if it happens, I'm walking off the stage again. I'll be back, but I'm walking off the stage. But when they announced it, he agreed with Oklahoma. He goes, Oklahoma should be there.
if their argument's the 4 best teams, then take Notre Dame out.
Take Notre Dame
that's
out.
our arguing. It's 4 best teams.
Honestly, I thought there was a good chance that could have happened.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I thought we might jump Notre Dame because I think they might want to avoid Bama OU, but I think they realized that Tua versus Murray is going to.
That's
going
going
to
to sell. That's going to make so much doggone money.
Yeah.
So if they would have moved Notre Dame out, then we would have been 3 and Georgia would have been 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
We will play in Dallas because Bama. We play Miami still. Bama took Dallas.
But see, here's again, none of it's fair. There's no. They have a criteria, but they can move the criteria and take
Changes
other
every week, every
things
year.
into consideration. But here's the biggest point about Notre Dame, in my humble opinion, is Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Northwestern, Clemson, Pitt. Everybody on Saturday was playing for their life.
Absolutely.
To stay in the hunt to win a national title. And where was Notre Dame?
Sitting at home.
Sitting at home going, we're in.
Yeah.
That cannot happen.
Well, see, we're risking injury.
Right.
You know, if somebody would have got, it's not fair that they're sitting at home.
They need to make every independent this year. I'm saying they need to go find a conference.
They could have sent that. We talked about this. They could have sent that message.
They could
to
have,
them.
yeah, exactly. They should have sent that message today. Was Notre Dame? You don't play in a conference. You don't have that 13th data point. They did it to TCU. They did it to Baylor. You don't have that 13th data point. You don't have a conference title game. Sorry, you're out.
I wish that would.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so funny.
Because then I really think the 4 best teams would have been in.
Yeah.
Because I think Georgia is one of the 4 best teams.
They are.
I just don't think Notre Dame is.
And again, which is why it doesn't need to be 4. It needs to be at least 8, because nobody is doubting, and I don't think a Sooner fan out there or anything does not doubt that, like you said, Georgia is one of the 4 best teams. What I think we agree with is that they had their chance to get in it by playing Alabama.
They did.
That's your chance. It's not the playoffs. It's your conference. Why do we have any conferences if the conference championships don't matter?
You're absolutely right.
Why are we playing this 13th game if it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter in Notre Dame's case either.
No, it doesn't.
So,
and if they would have left it like it is, why would you even play the 13th game? I mean, why didn't everybody just go, hey, we're not going to play anymore. Yeah. We're number 4 team.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, you're absolutely right. And that's, in my opinion, why they should have said, Notre Dame, listen, there's 5 teams here that are really deserving. You're going to get left out because you didn't play a conference championship.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they got a hall pass. Here you go. You don't have to do it. It's not fair. Never has been fair that, since the BCS, because the BCS, it was bent towards Notre Dame.
Absolutely was.
Wasn't it as long as they win 10 games or something like that, something stupid that they were in the BCS title game or in a BCS bowl.
Yeah.
But, and there's more than just I think Army's an independent. There's several teams that are out there as independent. Hey, y'all got to join a conference.
I just don't get how Army's not ranked. That blows my mind. So they hate the troops there in that room, I guess, or something.
10-2, and they're not ranked.
It's crazy. Yeah. And Missouri has 3 or 4 losses, and they're ranked. It's just
LSU's in the top 10, and they got 3 losses.
Yeah,
that's retarded.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's just
no offense against retarded people, but
the Army not being ranked though just blows my mind.
I agree. They played us tough. They played a lot of good games this year.
Yeah. So we all agree they got it right.
No, Georgia should be over Notre Dame. But for what the situation was, I guess, they got it right.
Yeah.
I still think Georgia's better than Notre Dame. They just can't do that, I guess.
So the Oklahoma Sooners will be traveling back to the Orange Bowl and playing Alabama, who has not beaten Oklahoma since before the turn of the century. Does that mean anything?
No.
No.
I'm happy it's a primetime game because the other playoff games were always the first game. So I'm happy we're actually the second game for once.
Yeah. The Cotton Bowl is Clemson and Notre Dame. So, and then
So if anybody wants to sponsor us to go, me and Terry would be more than happy to. You know.
we ought to try that to set up a GoFundMe account and see if people will
Damo's
send
done
us.
it works. Damo's did it, and he sets the GoFundMe account and he
I'm
gets
gonna
people
have
to
to
go
do
to it.
that for my son because I don't. He's not. He may not get to go
Yeah. Well, then we're doing it.
only because I'm poor.
And then we're doing it. We're setting up a. When we're done
Works.
at the end of this, we're setting up a GoFundMe
We got good
account.
fans.
Well,
That's
normally somebody in the Roughneck organization, a rich dad, not a poor dad like me, pays for them to go, or some of them. And I don't think they're doing that this time.
They just don't have it this time.
Yeah.
So, at Big Rob to find out how you can help Rhett go.
Venmo's
'Cause
always
Send
open.
Rhett.
yeah, we're
Orange Bowl.
gonna do something. Rhett's going, and if not, maybe we can do something for several of them. Rob, I'm guarantee you, there's the fans out there who would
Yeah,
do
they
it.
would.
So
Oh yeah, some of the
So-
guys that we're friends with are
we're gonna
just blessed that in that
Yeah.
regard. So
so be watching out for that. The GoFundMe account.
listen, if you ever put a kid through college, you'll be
Yeah.
tapped out. I promise.
What we'll do is we'll start a GoFundMe account for Rhett, and whatever's above what it takes him,
We just donate to the rest of them.
would donate to us for me and you to go. No,
Oh.
we'd never do that. No, we actually have plans for we're not going to the game. So, but we need to get Rhett to the game, so we'll do that. So, listeners, friends, and everybody out there, watch for the GoFundMe account. So that's a simple thing to do. But I don't want to get into it's a month away. We got a whole month to talk about the Alabama matchup. What's your thoughts, your guys' thoughts on playing Bama in the Orange Bowl?
You want to go first?
Yeah.
That's what I hope for all year. I mean, Bama's probably the best team in the country. Let's get them now. And then if we beat, I think it's the best matchup. I think we're probably the best shot to beat them now since Georgia's out. So, it's going to be a fun game. It's probably be the most watched game probably ever. It's the two Heisman front runners going head to head. What more can you ask for? So, I'm pumped for it. I'm real excited for this game.
Yeah, I think that I'm really glad that it's a month out because we got a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So we get everybody healed up. We get them all back. Hopefully, we don't need to be playing without Marquise. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of our receivers stepped up.
Oh, yeah. Some of them,
Saturday.
I don't even know who their names are. I was like, who is that?
Right.
Marquise is a game changer, though. He changes
Marquise
the whole offense.
is a game changer. So we really need him to be healthy because Alabama's got a lot of speed, and we got to be able to match that somehow.
They might have the best receiver in the country. That Judy guy is amazing. So
That guy Waddle that was running.
that guy, he took off like a rocket.
Wow.
That catch right there,
I said,
Jesus.
oh my Lord, they're going to score on us at will.
Well, but they talked about Oklahoma. What are they going to do? Are they going to do anything different against Alabama with more of a running game? Kyler into it, and they were like, well, why change? It's worked. Well, yeah, but it'll be different. Putting Kyler out there running a little bit more, and they joked about his, agent. He was like, no, don't let him run anymore. But Joey Galloway said it. He goes, that man 0 to 60 is faster than any human on the football field. It is ridiculous how fast he is.
Yeah,
He doesn't get hit
so
either.
elusive.
Yeah, you're right, and it's not. And the reason why he doesn't get hit is because he's so elusive. He senses where the punishment's coming from, and
You see that,
Gets
you see that-
down.
Tackle breaker.
Did
That's
y'all
what
see-
he is.
Did y'all see that clip where you threw the ball and the guy headhunting for him? He just slid right.
yeah, he just
He threw it
ducked
and
under.
he ducked under him. That's just you don't see people do that.
Yeah.
He's so small too. He's
Not only is he physically faster, but he's thinking faster.
Oh yeah,
he's so quick.
It's
He's the only player I've ever seen in my life that actually jukes and still gets full speed while he's juking and going past people.
Yeah. So if anybody can run him down, though, I think it's probably Alabama.
I don't know, man.
I don't think anyone can run him down.
I don't think anybody
Their
can.
defense, like I said, they played against the first good offense all year yesterday, and they didn't look that impressive yesterday.
No, they didn't.
Before that, I think the best offense they played was like 30th or something.
And
like
I'm
that.
sorry. I mean, I know, and all respect to it's Kirby Smart, right? To him, he had, I think, every right to maybe whine and cry. He didn't today when they talked to him. Hey, we had our opportunities. This is the system we're in. This is the 4 teams that are there. La da 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 da. But the dumbest thing I've ever seen was 4th and 11.
And you go for that fake
punt.
Oh yeah, it's dumb.
And that is a run.
Do
too.
that against elite teams.
Yeah, and not just that. I mean, the game was still in question. Now he said, hey, we were going for broke. I get that, but you still had plenty of time.
If that's the case, then line up and run a real play.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I mean, don't put it in the hands of.
It was a backup quarterback, wasn't it?
I mean,
Yeah, but
his
still.
quarterback, Jake from State Farm,
Yeah, Jake from State Farm.
he's good. He's a
Well,
legitimate
he
quarterback.
has to be good because the guy behind him, there's like the high was one of the highest recruit quarterbacks ever. So if he messes up, that guy Fields, guy, like everyone's saying, he got recruited. He is people say he's the best quarterback anyone's ever seen getting recruited out of high school. That's how good that guy is.
Yeah.
That was his rating. Like Bob Prispillo, the OU guy, he said the best quarterback he's ever seen while recruiting is this Jake Fields guy. That Fields dude.
Well,
So I mean,
Jake from State Farm is a senior, right?
no, he's a
sophomore. He was
What?
a freshman.
True
last year.
freshman last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big deal. It was a true freshman because one of the true freshmen beat us to the air, which he
Yeah.
did.
But I agree with you. Rob. Put it in your offense's hands. Hey, we're going to go for it
At
on
least
4th
throw
and
it there
11.
at least. Don't run
Yeah,
it on 4th
it was
and
just a
11.
bad decision.
Yeah.
Change the whole momentum of the game. They were winning that game.
Yeah,
And change after that, change everything.
but yeah, that was an ugly call, and I'm sorry. People out there, I know our fans listening to us don't think this, but I don't want to ever hear anybody talk about how bad the Big 12 is. The ACC is pathetic.
We're the second best conference this year, I think.
Oh my! Pitt is terrible.
Terrible.
And they wore the ugliest uniforms. Okay.
They were the blue helmets.
Those are even uglier than Oklahoma State's uniforms.
Yeah, they wore yellow. Throwback. No, Pitt's old helmets were gold, not yellow.
Yeah.
And they were blue and yellow. And they were just terrible. I mean, and that's your conference championship game. You're like, Northwestern and the Big Ten. That's your conference I'm sorry, folks. This is how it is. Every conference is no different than the Big 12. You've got 2 or 3 good teams, and that's it. If those teams are in the same side,
including the SEC.
Yes, if those teams are in the same side of their division, the other division is terrible. ACC, what is it? The Coastal Division.
They have one good team.
Terrible. Yeah, they got Clemson.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Okay.
The Big Ten, Ohio State,
It's the only
and Michigan.
team.
That's it.
Michigan's not any good.
They're good. I mean, they're better.
But I mean,
they're
that's
probably,
the
they're
two-
probably better in Texas.
That's the two.
No way.
That's the two best. But I'm saying that's their
I don't
2
know.
best
I think
teams.
Michigan's better in Texas.
Okay, that is their 2. Everybody else in the Big Ten, Northwestern playing for the title. Okay, Georgia and Alabama. Everybody else in the SEC,
Yeah.
LSU's
Florida's okay.
Florida, LSU, they're all good teams. Oklahoma and Texas this year, they were the only 2 good teams.
West
And
Virginia's really good.
West Virginia, but it's my case being if you like Oklahoma, if we had 2 divisions and West Virginia was on the other side, that would be a great deal. But the West Virginia, lost to Iowa State.
Well,
Knocked them out of their chances. But name anybody else in the rest of the country. That ACC game was terrible.
Well, to be fair, back in the day when OU and Texas were king, we played against Colorado or some crappy
Missouri in the Big 12.
the North. So I mean, like it's just, but that's someone's argument too. I guess like someone saying you win your conference you're in. Like watch it. So what if Pitt somehow beat Clemson last night? Pitt should not be in the playoffs in that scenario of the 18 playoff. But I mean, it's just I think Big 12 is the second best conference this year, which is crazy to say, but I think everywhere else kind of sucks. They have one good team. I think we're pretty balanced. I think we got 6, 7 teams going to bowls. So I mean,
Well, I think the Big Ten's highly, highly overrated. I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a whole lot of people
Well-
hurt that Ohio State didn't jump us, but they're not very good. I'm just
it's a
telling
lot
you.
of money
they're
up
not.
there. But I think this year, before the year before, saying it might be the best conference, and then throughout the year, like this Big Ten is not nearly as good as we thought it was.
No.
Okay, here's the committee bowl games, the big bowls. The what do they call them? The New Year's One bowls. The Sugar Bowl, Georgia and Texas. Is that a good
game.
matchup?
It's the best game, I think, of all of them.
It's the best game, you think, Caleb?
That's my opinion. I think it's the best.
Rose Bowl is Ohio State and Washington.
That could be fun. It could be a fun game. That's gonna be a shootout.
Now hold up just a minute. You're saying Texas is going to play Georgia good, but you don't like them to beat.
I think Michigan's just as good.
Michigan?
I think Michigan's better than Texas. I think that's still good. I think Michigan and Georgia's a good game too.
What do you think, Terry?
What?
Texas, Michigan. Who wins that game?
I think Michigan.
Michigan does.
I think Michigan
And
has
that's-
them. What Texas is good at is running, and what one thing Michigan is good at
Well,
stopping
wait a
is
second.
running.
Okay, I thought you were saying Michigan and Texas. No, Texas wins that
I think
game.
Texas
Michigan-
wins
I
that game,
think
don't they?
Michigan.
Texas, Georgia.
Because they can throw the ball too.
Texas,
Not
Georgia.
Really. Texas runs a Big Ten type of offense. They're power
But
running team.
here's my question. It's Texas and Georgia, Rob. Who wins that game?
Well, I think Georgia probably wins it.
Okay. I do too. But Ohio State and Washington, yawn. That's a matchup you don't ever want to
That's gonna
see.
be a shootout. They'll score a lot of points.
Nobody cares.
LSU and UCF. Okay.
That's the worst game.
What
I
the
would-
committee should have done was shut UCF the hell up and put them against Georgia.
Yeah.
Case
Well, they did-
I like the
closed.
matchup with LSU
They did that.
though.
Well, they did that last year with Auburn, and they beat
I'd-
the crap out of Auburn. So I mean,
I'll be definitely rooting for UCF in that deal.
against LSU.
Oh yeah,
that's the worst game I think of all of them.
No, Florida and Michigan.
I mean, Florida's going. I think, like I said, if it's just
Oh.
Florida can't. I mean, Michigan they can't guard the pass that well, but they're good stopping the run.
But see, this is the best thing for an eight team playoff scenario. These matchups are terrible. Nobody wants to see
Like I
these
said,
games.
Georgia, Texas is the best matchup.
Georgia and nobody wants to see Ohio State and Washington. Nobody wants to see LSU and UCF. Nobody wants to see Florida and Michigan. But
I mean, I'll still watch them.
I'll watch them, but nobody wants. You don't sit here. There was that. Remember back in our younger days, Rob, you'd want to see. It was USC and Ohio State.
Yeah.
It was.
Pac-12 can't help that the best team is Washington, but I mean I will say that Michigan Florida game. It's the first one 10 wins. I think first one 10 points.
Okay, let's. Which game, Caleb?
The Michigan Florida game. Both those teams can't score, and they both have good defenses. So it's
First
gonna
one
be
to 10
first one
points.
to 10.
I think
wins.
Florida wins.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. We're gonna have to. First,
I don't know how they're ranked number 9. Like it's gonna be LSU, I guess.
okay. We'll go more in depth into this, but let's look at some of these other bowl games and their names.
There's always a couple games that stick out.
Tax Layer Bowl. That's a. What do you think of that name?
Well, the best one's a Cheez-It Bowl.
No, I don't know. The Red Box Bowl.
Well, you remember back in the day when we had the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Those are better names. But
yeah. Well, because that was something to do with the. They were named because of something to do with their area. The
Right.
Orange Bowl, Florida Oranges. The
Yeah.
Rose Bowl,
But-
the Blue Bonnet Bowl. Wasn't that in Memphis or somewhere like that?
Isn't the Orange Bowl? Isn't the Orange Bowl now like the PlayStation Orange Bowl now? Something like that. It's a PlayStation.
No, it's the. Oh, I was looking at it earlier.
FedEx.
It was PlayStation. That was what it used to be, but it was PlayStation last year.
Let's
Which
see
is
here.
good for the players because they get free PlayStations then. So that's pretty cool.
The Belk Bowl,
Belk.
These are the matches. There always are a couple of really good matchups in those bowls. too.
Camping World Bowl. That's a funny one.
I don't want to play in that one.
Yeah, Music City.
That's the one that's the Gaylord, right?
Yeah, I
Gaylord
think
owns
so.
it. Yeah.
The Cheez-It Bowl.
Cheez-It's my vote. Or the
Um,
Cheez-It Bowl. That's just funny to say.
You know they're getting some free cheeses.
Yeah.
It's something.
the Quick Lane Bowl. The First Responder Bowl. Oh, this is the worst. I've found the worst. Dollar General Bowl.
There you go.
We get the Little Caesars Bowl. That's always a fun game in Detroit. I think it's always the first game or something.
Get your big old basket of Dollar General stuff, right?
The Idaho Potato Bowl. Guess where that's played?
Huh.
Boise State.
That's the worst game to go to because you get freeze while you're there.
The Bahamas Bowl. That wouldn't be a bad one.
Yeah.
Going to Nassau, Bahama.
They got a field over there?
Yeah. The Gasparilla Bowl.
Huh?
Does anybody know what a Gasparilla is?
No. Wait a minute.
Oh, this would have to be horrible, this game. The Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. The Camellia Bowl. Las Vegas Bowl. Cure Bowl. And New Mexico Bowl.
The New Mexico Bowl might be my favorite game of not the big ones, because that's gonna be a score fest.
North Texas and
versus,
Utah State.
Yeah, Utah State's like up there with us, like scoring wise. Like Utah State scores a lot of points.
Okay, I'm extremely disappointed with the Armed Forces Bowl. They had the opportunity
We're disappointing our troops
to put
troops.
Army against Oklahoma State because the Big 12 is associated with that bowl.
Yeah.
And they took Army and Houston. Probably Oklahoma State refused to go. What do you think?
Probably.
Oklahoma State don't want to do that.
No, they don't want to play them.
They don't want to
get
hear
routed up.
Well, and they don't want to hear it nationally that Army won the national title and Oklahoma State bought a
I
national
don't think
title.
people around the nation like, talk about that enough. Just people here do, but because it's just funny.
Well, I don't think they
sign.
want everybody to know about it.
I think Army would just pound them.
Army's a pretty good team.
Yeah. Let's see.
One of my favorite games of the year is next week. I love the Army Navy game. The game's always fun to watch.
What bowl is Oklahoma State in? I'm scrolling through them. Speaking of, before I get to the Dollar General Bowl is Buffalo versus Troy.
Buffalo's pretty good.
Yeah, I probably won't watch that one.
Yeah.
Buffalo's gonna kill them. I'm gonna take that. Buffalo choked their game away. I watched that Friday night. That was crazy.
I know. Well, that was
The NIU Huskies.
right. Yeah.
That was a crazy game. They're winning like the whole game. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they come storming back.
And really, I thought Memphis was going to beat UCF.
I didn't see the game. Was it close at all, or was it?
They were thumping them.
They were
for a
well,
long
but they
time.
did. That was the game that they played earlier in the year. Memphis was that they were up like 40 points.
I know. And UCF came all the way back.
Yeah,
That rookie quarterback they got's pretty good.
yeah, and the Okie Stank Cowboys play the Missouri Tigers
Oh boy,
in the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee.
that's terrible.
Yeah, that's
Is it
bad.
playing, you said?
Missouri.
Who you got?
Missouri's ranked.
Missouri.
Missouri can score.
Everybody should beat Oklahoma State. And
You
no,
never know with them. They always play up to their competition. That's why I can never judge them. They play
Yeah.
up to their competition, play down their competition. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Oklahoma State beats the best teams in the Big 12 and then loses to the worst teams in
Yeah.
the Big 12.
yeah,
It's crazy how fast that Roll guy got Baylor turned around. Baylor had 1 win last year. It's 6 wins this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think he should have been the Big 12 coach of the year this year. Wiggins the best coach, but that turnaround is crazy.
Okay. We're about out of time, but I do want to bring this up. Today is the reason why I'm telling you that Lincoln Riley is not interested in an NFL coaching job. Lincoln Riley put out a tweet on Twitter that everybody, all these other coaches, Dabo Sweeney was serving his team pizza. Kelly was at his facilities. Urban Meyer. Saban was at the facilities. Oklahoma wasn't at their facilities. Lincoln Riley was getting on a plane and tweeted out, "Hey, we just got some good news. We'll be talking about it later. Boomer Sooner, everybody," or something like that. Lincoln Riley was out on the recruiting trail this morning.
Mm-hmm.
First thing this morning. Out on the recruiting trail.
He went back.
While everybody else was sitting in front of their nice little backdrops talking about why they got in and why they should be in, Lincoln Riley calls in on a cell phone because he's working to build next year's championship team and the year after that and the year after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Lincoln Riley ain't going anywhere, guys. He loves doing this job.
I'm not sold.
I'm
not sold.
He could have been sitting around doing nothing. He went out
Maybe
and
he likes to
attacked his recruits.
Maybe that's just a PR move to the NFL that he likes to work hard.
No, it's not PR.
I'm not sold. I
They
mean,
already won him.
until
You got to prove anything to you.
until
Right.
until it doesn't happen. I'm not going to sold. He's not going to leave.
Yeah, I'm telling you right
They,
now.
I
This
mean,
is
they,
why
if they
it
offer him
didn't
if they offer him $10 million a year, he's gone. You can't say no that money.
Why not? What?
Well,
Again,
the University of Oklahoma would come in and go, yeah, we'll mess.
I'm not sure if they'll give him $10 million. That's
I don't know. They paid Bob
money.
Stoops a whole lot of
Yeah,
money.
Bob Stoops won a championship though. If we win a
Like the
championship
third
this year,
richest school in the nation.
if we win a championship this year, then yeah, they might pay up that. But I mean,
Do you know how much money Lincoln Riley in 2 years has brought into this university?
I'm not sold.
In 2 years, these two playoff, these two, and here's the other thing. People need to realize this. Not just Oklahoma has won a Big 12 championship every year that Lincoln has been here.
All right.
You change the whole thing. I mean, until it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be sold. I mean, because
Well, he's never going.
It's a business. So it's not. He's not a fan. It's business.
He is never going to come out and say, "I am not going to coach in the NFL." No coach is going to do that.
Right.
Okay, but the thing is that you read and you see what people do best, and if what you do best is recruit and work with these young kids, and you're dynamic at it, okay. The guys on ESPN today even said he might end up being the best coach ever in college football. I mean, basically said
how young
that.
he is. He started.
I don't know, and he's got a long way to go.
But I mean,
Nick Saban.
But he's building. You see what I'm saying? He's building.
Right.
We all know this is, and we're going to get into this in the off season, is that we got to build a defense. And I think he's going to get somebody to build a defense as dynamic as his offense. But when that happens,
well, then no one's be as dynamic as offense. That's not out there.
but no, what I'm saying
like
what I'm saying is dynamic. When I say that, I'm talking about somebody who can bring in a top 20 defense.
I think our problem with the defense right now is we just aren't developing players. That's
right.
the biggest problem we have right now.
But
we're getting talent, we just aren't developing them.
But when we start scoring, my point being, okay, is that when we start scoring 50 points and holding everybody to 10. That's when, and it's going to happen. I believe it I just think Lincoln Riley, and I understand what you're saying. $10 million, that's a lot of money, but you're looking at it from your standpoint and maybe our standpoint. To a lot of people, money isn't everything.
I mean, it's the biggest stage. NFL is bigger in college. I mean, you can't deny that.
No, but
I mean,
I don't know.
It is.
I mean,
NFL is some people. This would be the end spot for them.
Like Barry Switzer said, there's more people want the Oklahoma job than the job you're leaving to go take.
There's more eyes on you in the NFL there is in college games.
Yeah, but college is catching up with that.
But kind of. NFL is still dominating everything.
Still
dominates everything. He gets to coach against the best coaches. He gets to coach Bill Belichick. He's probably the best coach of all time. I mean,
but
I don't think he's going to leave. But I'm not going to say he's not leaving because it's business. I mean, we don't know what the guy thinks.
And we
all
have
PR stuff right now. He's coach. So he's still doing his job right now.
But we got a whole month to get all this stuff riled up and stuff, and we are going to talk about the Heisman jinx. Okay, because they brought that up today.
It's I'm nervous about because if Kyler wins and Tua doesn't, they're gonna be pretty mad.
Yeah, and they brought that, and they used Oklahoma as an example. When that happens, teams come in with the chip on their shoulder. He brought up, Terrence Marshall and Winky going, we're coming to get our boy. He goes, that was fuel. Kyler Murray wins this. That's going to be fuel for that defense. So
the last two actually won was it Jameis and Cam, the ones that won the title after they got the Heisman.
It's never been done at Oklahoma. And I just need to ask you this, Rob. Do you believe in Sooner Magic?
I believe.
Okay, look at this hand. He looks like Bill Clinton. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw that. He got a little.
We'll ask.
Probably not in the same way you believe in it.
Okay, you don't believe in the Barry Switzer Sooner Magic. He's the one who started it.
Well, I do, but not in the way you do.
Okay.
I think it's just called momentum.
Only if there's cookies involved.
So I believe that people can dig down into their hearts and play harder, and good things happen when that happens. Do I believe there's unicorns out there that are, making stuff happen?
What do you keep bringing unicorns into this, Rob?
I mean, I don't know
You're
what
the
else
only
to use.
ones to bring unicorns.
I mean, Harry
in
Potter's not over there waving a wand or anything.
So you don't believe in magic. You believe in you just don't believe in magic.
Yeah, I don't believe in magic. No.
Have you seen Penn and Teller live? They're pretty magical.
Do I what?
Seen Penn and Teller? They're pretty magical.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's real magic.
It's scary what they do, man. Some of their stuff, it's like, what?
So what I definitely want to also put on our schedule is if the offensive players that we've already got come in and they're as good as they're billed out to be. Spencer Rattler setting all kinds of records, setting every record in the state of Arizona. Jalen Knighton, the running back, where's he from?
Oklahoma.
They say he's closer to a 4.0 40 than a 4.2 40. So
Yeah.
that's fast.
You got Theo Wise, who's like maybe the best player in the whole.
Who?
Yeah, Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're going to be so loaded up on offense. It's just going to be unreal.
I think we got like 5 4-star corners coming in too. I mean,
And we're number one lineman in the country.
Yeah.
The only thing that I have an issue with is just we can't get D linemen. That's our biggest weakness too. Is D linemen.
Well, we do this year.
Linebackers.
D linemen. We got
tackles.
two. We got D tackle. We got some stud defensive ends
defense
coming in.
Well, the kid that came in that hurt his knee, right?
Yeah, Thompson.
So he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, he'll be.
Thompson.
Yeah, and Redmond.
Yep.
He's D end though. So we need D tackles.
Yeah.
D tackles is our weakest position on the field.
Well, we may have to convert somebody.
Dude, but Gallimore was a beast yesterday too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Hey, you know who would make a good D tackle?
Me.
Creed Humphrey. Like he's just whipping folks.
Play both sides.
Creed Humphrey is a freak of nature.
Everyone's saying he's going to go down.
is.
He's going to go down as best center in OU history. That's how good that guy is.
Right. I'm just thinking him line up in the nose guard or the 2 technique.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind it, honestly.
We should ask JY Brainiac on that deal.
Yeah, we're
going
gonna
to agree with
that's the thing. We're gonna we know JY will do it, so we're gonna get JY on. I got to get a hold of just went blank. It's not because I don't like him. It's because I'm old and can't remember names. James Hill. We're going to get James Hill. He said he'd come back on with us to talk some recruiting. So the early signing day is coming up. So we'll get JY to talk about the line and what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Marcus Hicks is one of the defensive ends that is coming in.
He's a big strapping young
lad.
He's a
big old boy. Yeah. And get JY. We got some things that working out, for this month. It's going to be some dead time. I know that fans are out there, have asked about being on. It's really difficult, guys, to work on the fans and try to cover what's going on with the season and all this stuff and getting some things that other people have asked to do.
This would be the time to do it, though, right? Now, so there's that time in between.
We're working on it.
But we've got some stuff that we're already in the works. But when the season's over is when we're really going to bring the fans in here again and talk about the season, talk about their stuff. But
the upcoming season,
we've just got a lot of stuff to cram in here in the next 30 days. So, and not all of it's worked out, but we're looking at James Hill. A couple of former players again have expressed interest to come back on with us. JY. I've already had some and been working on some other podcasters from Alabama. So, doing that aspect that people really like. Plus we have our normal, this isn't our full time, this is a hobby. So we want to do everything that everybody asks, but man, we got to have a life too. This hobby takes up a lot of time and we love doing it, and we're going to do as much stuff as we can, but we just want everybody to understand that we are the fan podcast and we're going to get fans on, but we're really trying to work on some stuff that all of our fans will really enjoy over these next 30 days. And
at least we hope.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. Both of you. Both of y'all too. We know one of them's Jim. And
Jim is a fan.
Yeah, Jim is the number one fan, and we appreciate everything Jim does.
Jim, big Jim Dillingham.
Yeah, and a Bill, the South Jersey Sooner, so we know.
Make sure you get that South in there.
Yeah, don't just call him a Jersey.
Don't say he's from Jersey.
He will send somebody after you because he looks at you when you say from Jersey. He's like, I'm from South Jersey.
Another game's like 29 years away. What's your initial feelings for it?
for the Alabama game.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
If you had to pick right now, you say right now Bama, then you'll maybe work your way to, or you win in closer it gets. That's how I'm going.
What makes me feel good is what Vegas came out 14-point favorite.
Yeah, that's some of that.
There's a lot of people out there have been mouthing off. Bama beats Oklahoma by 40.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the world believes that Oklahoma gets beat by 40.
They don't watch college football if they believe that.
Right.
So Alabama's favored by 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 14-point favorites.
What do you feel? What do you think your initial feelings, Rob?
So I'm not going to lie to you. I still have no confidence in the D. I know they
That's
played
what
better. I know they, all those things, but I think they're just gonna go through us like Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're gonna go through us like hot butter, and I think they probably would be able to find a way to shut us down a couple of times. I think it'd be 65 to 35 kind of a deal. Right now, that's how I feel.
That's how you feel.
It could change,
But
obviously.
I want it to change. Obviously, when we play Alabama, we just play better.
Yeah.
Just like the Sugar Bowl, however many years ago that was. That was the
Nobody
same thing.
I never. I was prepared to watch a butt kick
I was
in
prepared to
that.
watch
Going into that game,
I was prepared to watch
thought we were
USC.
going to get drilled.
Because they're the best team. Everyone's they're the best team in the country. They're one proof. They're one of the best in the country. And of course,
Right.
they lost. Oh, then they weren't motivated to play.
So the thing that we have going for us now is we have the best player in the nation, and we have a whole lot of guys around him that are really good. So,
Well, I'm like you. We've talked about it. We've called it the defensive Kool-Aid, whatever you want. I still don't have. I'm not pulling it back out. The Kool-Aid pitcher has been put up. I have zero faith in this defense to do anything.
Yeah.
They have stepped up and done stuff the last two games. They're supposed to.
yes,
a job.
they are, yeah.
It's their job. Do I think they can step up and do the same thing against Alabama? No. I don't think they can do what they've done. That's going to be the telltale. Oklahoma is going to score with Bama, but the difference is like you said, Bama will get a couple of stops. Our defense, I don't think, can get a stop.
Do you think you'd be close to what Rob just said, right?
I don't. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I think right now I'm leaning towards Alabama. 65-55, something like that. Because they're going to get two stops and Oklahoma's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
They might get two. We might turn the ball over twice.
But I would sure like to be surprised like I was in the Sugar Bowl.
Believe me, I'm going to be feeling that, and I know you feel that way too. They sit here and go, something's going to happen that's going to turn this thing around. But wouldn't what? Go ahead, Caleb. Is your question? You throw it out
Well,
there.
I said before the year, I said I'm not going to pick OU in that championship until they do it because I've been burned by them last 18 years.
Hey, but we're going to do the face paint this time.
I'm doing face paint. And I'm going to be trying. I say how I want to feel. I'll predict Bama's going 65 to that score pretty much 10 points. I mean, but how much they won by yesterday? They won by 7 yesterday, right?
Yeah, they won by 7.
But I mean, here's I am. I'm going to pick Bama to win. And then closer the game gets, I'm going to convince myself that OU's going to win. And then when the ball kicks off, all right, we're going to win this game. I mean, that's just how I'm going to be throughout the whole process. It's just, I think, I just don't trust our defense. It's just, plus too, watch it be like a defense showdown because both these guys
watch it be a 12-10 game
for a month,
okay with that.
for a month straight. Both these defense going to be here. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
So there'll be some mad players out there saying we're here because we got to play good defense. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be one of the best game. I think it might be the best game of the year. So I mean, it's just.
Yeah,
I just can't pick OU because I've been heartbroken too much. They beat me down for the last 18 years. I can barely remember the only championship of my lifetime.
They beat him down the last 18 years.
They broke my heart. They keep doing it. Because not only do we lose in like the worst way to lose. We get blown out, or we're like huge favorites when you lose to LSU.
But see, here's the thing:
the Tebow game was terrible. It's just
we're not favorites this game, But what we all want to happen, would it just not be, amazing if they go out there and just destroy Alabama?
I think this is a team that can beat Bama. To beat Bama, I think this is a team that can do it.
But see, I mean, here's the thing: Pollock said it today. He witnessed it. He's watched them. He said, guys, until you see these guys in person, he goes, and until you watch them and prepare. Alabama has not seen anything like Oklahoma.
Georgia's the best one. I think Georgia's the top 10.
The pace, what they did, he goes, look what they did to Georgia last year.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia had no idea how to defend that, and and they even said, they kind of adjusted to it. That's why it was better in the third half, and then they said Oklahoma, but Lincoln Riley's not going to. He's a smart man. He made the mistake last year of taking the game out of his best player's hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to do it this year.
I hope you're right.
But
here's one thing that Caleb does. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's just Alabama's not played this. They have not faced anything like it, and they said Oklahoma. Everybody said last year Georgia's going to shut Oklahoma down. Just watch us. It's an SEC defense, and they went through them like string cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they will do the same thing to Alabama.
We'll see.
I said too. Our offense is so good. Bama's got to be used to in this position. Like that's one advantage we have. Our biggest advantage we have in this game is that we're used to shootouts. Bama's not. They're not used to a team scoring at will on them. So that's going to be the thing to watch for this game to see how they react to Tua's how much pressure is going to be on Bama's offense to keep up with us, and vice versa. But we're used to doing it. We're used to that though. So
for the love of Pete, do something different, defense.
Blitz. Just blitz.
Blitz.
So what I was going to say is, back in 2000 when we won the Orange Bowl and beat Florida State, that they were the most favored any team has ever been in a championship game.
Yeah.
That's how much favored over us.
And Oklahoma was undefeated, and everybody just thought it was a fluke. Oklahoma was a fluke. We'd beaten all the best teams in the country, Nebraska,
Nobody
Kansas State.
Gave us.
Yeah, everybody's like, they're just outmanned again.
They said we're going to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
People didn't think we should be there. Everyone thought Miami should have been there, right? So everyone thought, but I don't know. Like I said, I barely remember that. So it's like almost my lifetime. I've been one championship, and it's the way we lose too is just the worst way. Like the Georgia game last year, worst way to lose. Like the way we lose is just the worst way. So they beat me down, not picking them to win until they do it. Now to beat Bama, like I said, I was telling Eli on the way back home. I was like, it'll be the most OU thing. We beat Bama and then lose to Clemson in a national championship game.
Ugh. Okay, that's it for this podcast, guys. We'll be coming at you with more this week and the following weeks. Keep an eye out for everything. Back to back to back to back. Was that 4 of them?
It's 4.
4 of them. Champions.
Second team ever to do that.
So, yeah, I mean, they might as well call the Big 12 the Oklahoma Conference.
Oklahoma and Kansas Conference, because Kansas is the exact same thing in basketball.
But basketball doesn't mean anything.
But they won like 14 straight. That's ridiculous.
But
everybody's getting heavy.
Yeah, we're tired of carrying you all around. Oh God! But it's amazing to be a fan of this team. It's the best team in college football. I mean, it is great, and the fact that we beat Texas again, yeah.
Do you guys think Baker's a psychic too? He said for the year last year that Kyle was going to break over his records.
He did say that.
He did say it.
And he did.
I don't think he's a psychic. I think he's just really, really smart, Caleb. But anyway,
he knew how good Kyler was.
Oh yeah, he probably was worried about. I mean, he knew he wasn't going to get benched by Kyler, but he knew if he got hurt, it probably won't be a good thing for me. Probably.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why he was playing smarter the last 2 years. Wasn't running as much because he knew if he got hurt, he might lose his job.
Yeah. But
people around here probably like me saying that.
All right.
That's it. Horns down, Rob.
Horns down and Boomer Terry.
Horns down, Caleb.
Horns down.
Boomer Sooner, guys. Thanks for listening to the Sooner Football Fans Podcast. Hit the subscribe button right now on whatever app you're listening to download every episode as they come out. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook and on YouTube. Boomer Sooner.